Dave and John would cry if there was perpetual darkness for days and weeks at a time. They're not tough like you. They're complete pansies.
It's true. I'm dainty and very fragile. I'm easily scarred. Hey everybody, it's Shit Talk Reviews. I'm John. We have Derek and David in the house, and today joining us from places far, far away from where the three of us are is our new friend McKeenan from OneFromTheNorth. We are glad to have you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome, McKeenan.
Great to be
Good
here.
to have you, man. So, can I ask a question right out of the gate? Where is the Raiders hat? Because I was ready to represent and throw down, talking about some football, but Raiders hat.
Good. Because I actually thought that if I wear this or that, but because I'm not following the American football that much, so I just passed it.
Listen, the Raiders have the most metal logo out there. I know that anybody that's watching this is probably going to be upset with me for saying that, but the Raiders do have the most metal logo. So you chose well, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a big sports guy? What are you into when you're not making music? What is the stuff that turns your wheels and gets you passionate?
Well, actually, I am. I'm just waiting this our Finnish league about ice hockey is about to start. Like, it's not next week, but the next of that. I'm really waiting for that, and I really enjoy watching ice hockey and go to the ice hall and see the games live. And I'm really big fan of ice hockey.
Do you play as well? Do you just watch or do you play?
Well, I used to play, but it was something like 12, 13, 14.
Interestingly,
the music came in, if you know what I mean.
Priorities. Yeah, our own David J here, he says that he plays hockey, but we don't believe him.
I played hockey my whole life, McKeenan, so I love the sport. I bleed the sport too, brother. Good for It's a great sport. Yeah.
That's actually great. I actually listened to your previous interview with this guy, this Boston hardcore guy, and I noticed that you are
yeah, we're meeting up.
We're playing ice hockey.
Well, we'll see. We're gonna be with him in Boston here not too long, a couple of weeks from now. And we'll see. We're gonna try and get the two of them on the ice together, and we'll see just how much David plays hockey.
Yeah, I really want to interview.
Where specifically are you? We know you're in Finland, but where specifically?
Finland and southern Finland. This is a small town called Hämeenlinna, and it's about 1 hour away from Helsinki, which is our capital city, and it's actually quite large country, and we have only 5 million people living here. So it's very small town here, like 50,000 people here. But I really like it because it's 1 hour away from the big cities.
Yeah. Are you a hometown boy? Is that like the town you grew up in, or did you move away from where you were young?
Actually, I am. This is my hometown. When I was younger, of course, I wanted to, to fly away, so to say, to see the big city lights, but I never did because of different reasons. So now I'm more than happy because I'm 38. I have a small kid. I really do enjoy here. It's
we're going to come back to you being living in your hometown in a little bit, but before we get there, walk us a little bit through your musical background. What got you to where you are now at this point in your musical career? How did you get started?
Well, actually, my friend used to, when I was like something like 11, 12, my friend used to play guitar, and I saw that, and I was thinking that, it would be so nice if I can play just something, just one thing even. And then we started playing together. This guy taught me to play guitar, and then we started a band. I've been playing in multiple bands bands, and it just developed.
Escalated. Yeah.
Yeah, just basic story, so to say.
What was the name of the first band you were in?
It was called Dial 147. Metalcore band, actually. We used to listen to a lot of In Flames, and we enjoy playing those riffs, and we just, because with two acoustics, actually, we used to play those guitar riffs, and oh my god, this sounds so fantastic. And of course we wanted to make our own stuff and started to doing those harmonies and stuff, and that was the kickstart of the whole thing.
One of the things that I've always wondered is, and this goes back to being a kid, of what Depeche Mode would sound like if they went metal. And when I listened to your music, it was answered for me. Tell me a little bit about when you started realizing that you really wanted to take synth and mix it with the metal sound. What was concocting in your head, and do you feel like you've hit your stride with that sound?
Well, actually, that's a very good question, because I've been thinking about this. I used to listen to a lot of music when I was a teenager, and I did listen to music quite widely. There was black metal, there was this, for example, Korn and stuff like that, but there were also rap music, Cypress Hill, House of Pain, and stuff like that. And I've always enjoyed some pop melodies, because those melodies are so good. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was thinking back in the days that why is not someone combine these two, and I did not back then. And like I said, I played in many bands and doing metal stuff and more aggressive stuff, more pop stuff, and so to say. But it all started 2015 or something like that. I just wanted to do something just by myself, and it was a good way to start to make synths and
Is the word experiment? Would you say that is experiment?
Definitely, yeah. So I just wanted to try something quite new, and it's I need to say that I'm still in the journey. I'm still in the path, because the music is not ready. It's not ready how I think it should be. But it's quite hard, to make the song and combine these two, without putting yourself, because there are a lot of pop songs in my discography, and there are these harder songs, and I need to say that I'm really looking forward to the new album. I'm really now composing different stuff. I'm really focusing, make it more narrow, as you said, actually, Derek, when you guys did the One from the North review. Yeah.
It's funny because you can see the progression of you, McKeenan, from your first album, Darker Times, had more of a softer tone. Through the Great Stone Ravage, which I love, you could sense you got a little bit more heavier. And I think on Regime, Salvation, and Pyre, you just hit the target with that heavier sound, almost like that Rammstein type sound, if you will. So it's funny because your progression is, as at least in my opinion, I think the other guys were great, has gotten so much better from where you started to now. So I'm very excited to see where you're going to go from here after this album.
That is nice to hear, and actually I'm really working on that, because the hardest part is in my mind, how to combine different things. And because about the Darker Times, I need to say that if you listen very closely about the guitars, the acoustic guitars, those are, if you put the distortion on the guitars, it's a metal guitars, actually. So I just really wanted to at first do something extremely different, but then my blood is what it is, and I came back to metal, and started to develop this sound, what I'm doing now.
Is it hard to break away? I mean, are you metal at your core? Are you just a metalhead that's expanding your horizons, or are you? What's your core listen, and where do you default to? Because it sounds like it's metal.
Well, actually, I need to say that I listen to a lot of black metal nowadays, even more back in the days.
Well, then look where you live, right?
Yeah, exactly, because it's getting a lot darker now. Because we have in Finland we have this summer, endless daylight, so to say. We have all now it's going dark again. I guess it's coming there. Because I'm feeling really good when the autumn is coming. It's raining a lot. It's quite dark. When you look outside the window, you see the extremely dark. So I'm really happy about this. Happy about this because I just want to develop music at that time.
So what I'm hearing is the darkness, the perpetual darkness, is why black metal is so prevalent there. Is you all just go fucking evil in the dark? Is that true?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, how much do you draw from the fact that you're in darkness so much of the year when you write music? How much of that bleeds into your songcraft?
Well, actually, quite a lot. Like I said, I enjoy this time now when it gets darker because I really enjoy playing music this time of the year. Because in summertime there is always sunshine. Even like 1 a.m. there can be a sunshine because it's not. I'm not a fan of it, and.
So you're a vampire? You don't like the sunlight, you just like the dark?
Well, I didn't say that. But
Hey,
Sorry,
McKeenan,
you've entered a room of shit talkers.
Yeah,
free
you
to
are.
feel free to lob shots at any of
feel free.
well, those guys, not me, of course, because I'm
By all
sweet,
means.
but these guys get them.
yeah.
hey, McKeenan, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that many people here in Finland, they don't like, of course, this autumn time because the summer is over and now there are rain, there are darkness. I guess 90% of the people don't like this, but I really do enjoy it because this means I need to make some new music.
Dave and John would cry if there was perpetual darkness for days and weeks at a time. They're not tough like you. They're complete pansies.
It's true. I'm dainty and very fragile. I'm easily scarred.
Hey,
Okay,
McKeenan, I want to ask you a question just to piggyback on what John said. I want to stick to the most recent album. I'm a lyrical guy, and lyrically, this album is absolutely phenomenal, powerful. And I just want to know where your head was during the writing process, because I can hear the passion in your voice, and at the same time, I can hear frustration. You talk about the world, you talk about government, you talk about mental health. Just bring me into your world for a few minutes and tell me what was going on during the writing process of this album.
Yeah, and I'm not a lyrical guy myself as well. I enjoy mostly the music, and for example, when I listen to some metal music, I don't know anything about what they are singing about. But I'm glad to hear that that you're saying that because I want to pay a lot of attention to lyrics because I really want to say something. There is stuff from the about the government stuff, and then many of these songs are from my personal life. What I'm, these different pressures I'm having, and I'm trying to put the clothes on on those feelings and create lyrics.
On the song Silence in Me, first of all, that song's my favorite. The arrangement was incredible, the guitar. But I got to ask you, the lyrics on that are phenomenal. is that about a soldier? Is that about a person who was captured or imprisoned? Because the lyrics on that song are just incredible and just hit me to the core when I was listening to that song.
Oh, glad to hear, because I like the song as well. And Silence and Me is about a soldier
Okay.
who is coming back from the war. There is peace, and there is a family around the soldier, but the soldier cannot be the same person anymore that he used to be before the war, because the war changes the mind a lot. And we have stories here because we went to war against Soviet Union back in, what was it, 1941, and most of us have grandparents who went to war, actually, and there are a lot of stories in Finland, that these guys were not the same exactly when they came back from the war, because there are so much violence. The mind is kind of broken, and you cannot. The Silence and Me is about that you cannot have that laugh anymore. You are there, but you are not actually there with your family, for example, and it's about that.
I mean, I could see the lights in the distance, so far out of my reach, beyond the vast field of death. Behind the fallen is only silence and me. It's awesome. I mean, it just hits you to the core. Really does.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in a sort of a general sense, not necessarily the words that you're writing lyrically, but what inspires you to create and to write? Well, I suppose either lyrics or the music. What are the things that you draw from in day-to-day life? Is it, do you rely on solely your own personal experiences, or can you just be out walking and see something beautiful and decide to write? What turns your wheels?
I read the news.
Yeah.
I read the news. At the news, I'm like an observer, so to say. I really follow the news globally quite much, and I try to take the perspective, what is happening in the world, and there is so much to write about. I enjoy, for example, metal, and I like to watch series, for example, about dragons and knights and the fantasy stuff, and I do like where the plot is floating all around, but this is my type of thing that I want to sing about things that are around us, and it's endless. This what I can write about, and how I feel, and where we are going as a nation and globally as humans. And
Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
I really do. It's great, but I'm ready for the album when I can write about those.
Listen, I used to love playing Dungeons and Dragons. I wish I didn't have to spend time with Dave and play Dungeons and Dragons with you. And maybe I'll be your friend and I'll fly to see you, and I'll help inspire you, because you'll hate me and then you'll write songs about murder while we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Walk me through, if you will, your writing and recording process. First off, mad props for creating your music by yourself.
Absolutely.
Derek and Dave know I dabble in noise making myself, and I've done the past few years. I've done a lot of it solo, so I very much appreciate and respect how difficult it is to do it by yourself. So I'm wondering if you can walk me through that process and talk a little bit about what challenges or hurdles you may face when you don't have someone else in the room there to bounce ideas off of.
Well, I'm quite relieved when there is no one around when I'm making music, because about the writing process, it's actually quite hard to say, because sometimes it starts when I grab the acoustic guitar, for example, and just trying to. I got one riff, and everything comes around that.
Mhm.
Sometimes I hear just a good song somewhere. I listen to that a lot, many times, and I want to make something similar,
Yeah.
because it won't be ever it won't be ever exact the same. It won't be something similar, and I don't know. I don't know. It sometimes it takes days, weeks, months to finish some songs, but sometimes it takes like 2 days. When I actually finished one song now, it took like 2 days to be finished, and now it is. Now I just need to make the lyrics, because that's another process. But I'm making the songs first and then the lyrics.
McKeenan,
Are
do
any
you
of
have
the
a
songs about your number one fan, Dave?
Sorry.
He's
I'm
being
sorry.
silly. He's being silly, McKeenan.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you to that point, do you have a live band ready to go and play? Tell us about that. Like, have you played live? Is there a band that you practice with if you get a call and you got to go live in 2-3 weeks? How does that work?
Actually, I have my good friends, few friends. There are 3 of them. I've speak through this all. If there's if the signs are that we need to go live, and they are with me. We have been talking about this quite a lot, and they are great musicians who are with me if the time comes.
Have
If
you
the time,
gone live at all? Have you played live at
no,
all? No.
no,
Okay.
with this project, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to say that I'm not that fancy about playing live. It's great. It's great to have a good party and play live and so on. But I'm more like painter. I enjoy creating music. I enjoy to put it out there and then basically forget about it, and start a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm more like that guy. But if there is a chance for live someday, we will do it, and there are good guys backing me up.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you do most of your writing in the digital domain? Is everything recorded digitally, or do you have a hybrid between some analog equipment and recording to a computer, or how do you like to record? I'm a tech guy. I love the knobs and faders, so I'm always curious to know what the setup is that you use to get your music down.
Yeah, at first I used to have my own gears and make stuff and so on. But nowadays it's so easy. You just open the computer, everything is there with perfect sounds and so on. So it's that easy. And I need to say I have never been like that. I haven't. I don't like to screw those different buttons and seeking the sound.
Yeah.
I want to play. I want to create. And for example, what comes to this band stuff in general, I hate this marketing stuff and so on. There is nowadays there is so much around this music. What you need to do. You need to be a fucking actor. You need to do stuff in Photoshop, and you need to do this and that, but music.
Yeah.
And I'm still a guy who wants to create music. I want to play, and now it's easy because we have everything in computer. So
Yeah.
You need a team, is what you need. You create, and everybody else does all the your minions, your heavy metal minions. That's what you need. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But that's hard to find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this interview will bring some minions your way, and maybe a label that'll throw tons of cash at you, and you can just create. We'll do our best to get it out there for you.
In the meantime, though, we're happy to ship Dave over to you for a couple of months.
I'll come.
That's great. That's great. You can stay at my place.
We'll play hockey. We'll go join a. We'll play some hockey. Hang out.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about the hockey.
Yeah, we don't believe you on that one, Dave. It's fake news.
It is
Do you have toilets? Because Dave is good at cleaning those.
It is sauna winter time, and I have a hockey rink about 100 meters away from my house. So
that's great.
Touchdown. Dave, it's perfect for you.
What's the last bit of music that you intentionally put on to listen to? What's the last album, the last band, the last song, whatever, that you said, you know what, I really want to hear this? What was it?
Actually, it was this French band, Igor. I don't know if you know it.
3 R's?
Yeah.
I do know.
Igor.
Yeah.
Igor, and it's because of, well, I'm not that fan of the music because it's quite mental, but
yeah, it is.
Sounds are quite nice. I've been trying to listen to the sounds, and especially the drums. How this guy is, making those. I'm trying to, listen to what I'm doing with the EQ, what I'm doing with the compression, and so on. So, but what I've enjoyed actually, and played music just for myself. I guess it was Seth, called black metal band from France as well. I don't know if you know the band, but
not familiar.
Yeah,
but I'm ignorant.
Extremely good melodic black metal. Very nice album.
Nice. We touch base every once in a while and ask the silly question. So I don't know how silly it is. What was the first album you bought as a young person? Cassette, whatever, vinyl. What was the first album you remember buying?
Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark.
Very nice.
And because I was it 92 when the album came out? I think it was 92 or 93. But I think I was 7 or 8 years old when I saw that album. I didn't know anything about Iron Maiden back then. My parents did not listen to that. But I saw the album cover at the local store, and I instantly know that I want this. I just want it. And then started playing. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting. There are a lot of good stuff in that album that brings a lot of memories to me.
Yeah. What's the most recent album you bought? Do you remember?
The last and recent album.
And it's okay if it's Celine Dion. We have love for Celine too.
I don't.
Oh, stop it!
I don't know. It must be some. It must be some smaller band because of this. I just want to buy the album.
Yeah.
Even I don't have a CD player anymore, for example.
Who does?
Yeah, who does? Right? Those days are over.
Exactly. But I'm sure it was some smaller band. I'm pretty sure.
Do you have a record player?
Well, I would like to be, but I'm not. But I'm not. Yeah. I've been thinking that maybe I need to buy this vinyl player and start playing music. I have vinyls. I have good albums, but I don't have the player, so maybe I need to buy the player.
You're gonna go back old school.
Yeah, exactly. But everybody does nowadays.
Yeah. What is your perfect day? Music related, non-music related? Just what is the perfect day for McKeenan?
Okay. Well, I need to say I need to have a good cup of coffee at the morning and watching news just by myself. Maybe another cup of coffee, like, for example, I can spend 1 to 2 hours, just hanging with myself and enjoying the time. And first of all, I need to say it's Saturday. It's always Saturday. My best. What could I say? Maybe some exercise or something I need to do, and then go to the store. I like cooking, for example. I like to make food. I like to try new things, treat things with food, and maybe making some food, few glasses of wine, listening to good music, and then watch ice hockey.
Very nice.
I'm really waiting that because this is all reality within a couple of weeks, actually.
You forgot the leave in there that it has to be pitch black the whole entire day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And
It's great, McKeenan, when we started this podcast, the three of us, we're just a bunch of regular guys just who love music, and every week we try to bring music to each other, stuff that we've never heard of. And this is what this podcast is all about, right? It's about finding talent, finding new music, bringing it to the forefront for people who don't know who you are. And I think I can speak for John and Derek when I say we are so happy we found you, because you are such a talent. And if our show can help push your music in any way, then this is a win for everybody, So we're rooting for you big time.
And
you're a talent.
you should know that we have accomplished our goal and exposed you to not one, not two, but 3 people. Our entire fan base is well versed in One from the North now.
That's not true. But
my sister is a fan.
Yeah. All kidding aside,
sorry, I just need to say what you say. I just want to thank you, and this means a lot to me as a smaller artist. And what you guys are doing with this podcast, it's great. It is what we all need,
Thank you. And it means a lot to us that you came on.
I'm frustrated about the radio because they are playing just Metallica and Kiss and Led Zeppelin, and so there's nothing wrong with those bands, but I can't stand those anymore, because
you can only hear "Welcome to the Jungle" so many times.
Exactly. I can stand the name even. No.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier, before we let you go, you mentioned that you've got new music you're working on, or you're starting to work on. What's next for One from the North?
It's gonna be a lot darker music.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of songs I've composed already, but I've decided I need to put away nearly half of it because it's too pop, so to say. So it's gonna be a lot darker with new sounds.
Nice.
And
Can't wait.
Just what Derek said in the review, I just want to highlight it because it's very good what you said, that I need to narrow it some way, this music. Now it is it's too wide, but I need to also say that it was too wide because I needed to do that stuff, because unless I'm not making something, it bothers me. I need to let it out and then start something new. But like Derek said, I need to get it more narrowed, and that, but it will be and quite much darker. And I'm trying to, when it comes to lyrics, I'm trying to, make the whole album together on one subject. But I don't know, that's a hard work and a lot of work to do still.
Well, Dave would like you to have the entire album be about him playing hockey and drinking beer with you while he cleans your toilet.
Well, why not? Let's do that.
I can't wait to see what's up next. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait.
I hate to ask because I don't want to put the pressure on, but what kind of timeline before you get something else released? Do you any idea, or are you still too early in the process?
Well,
We'd like something like December would be great for us.
Yeah.
yeah. Now this album came this year, June. Although it was actually ready in the end of 2020, 22. But if I can say, there are like now 5 to 10 songs already ready. Next year at some point it will.
Oh, that's
Great.
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 Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
I would invite you to do your album release party here in the States, but if if we need to come to Finland for that, yeah, we're happy to.
Well, I don't mind to come to States as well. So
Just don't turn the news on when you come over here, man.
okay.
You get too much American news over there as it is, I'm sure. And let me apologize on behalf of all our countrymen for the news you have to suffer through that comes from America.
Okay. Apologies. Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us, man. This has been a real treat for us, and as we've all said, we're big fans of the record and can't wait to see what comes next from you.
That's very nice to hear, and I'm so blessed to be here in your show. So thanks
Thank
for
you.
inviting me.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
man.
man. Good job, buddy.
Continued
Yeah.
success for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.